afternoon. It's Pamela from Yorkshire in the north of England, here to talk about crochet. Now, first of all, I have to apologise that I haven't been on in so many days. No real problems, it's just I've had no time. I've just seemed to have had something on every day and been struggling to fit everything in. I think I had about 3 meals out last week. This week I've been seeing friends and what have you, so just found it very hard to fit into my life, you know. At the times that I did have to crochet, I was suffering from a lack of motivation, and then the last couple of days I've been very warm. It's very, well, to some people in the world it won't be hot. It's been over 20 degrees, but that's hot for here in the UK. So I've been struggling a bit with that as well, you know, not wanting to pick up yarn. But anyway, I have got some things to show you after all that said. Now I started after a bit. I was doing the reindeer. I started another tooterphant, which is the one that I got this Women's Institute yarn from Hobbycraft for. Now it's I've done the large one. So the tooterphant pattern is this one, which we've mentioned before, and it's one of Julie at Chaos Mom Crochets. It's one of her favourite patterns, and it's you can get it big and little tooterphants. This one I got from Etsy for £3.60. It's from Lucy Raven Scar, and I actually think it's cheaper on Ravelry. I've discovered since, but. Anyway, I did another big one. Well, if you remember, I did the other one in pink. A big one, and it was huge, and it took more than 100 grams of yarn, and I think that's because of the thickness of the yarn. Even though it's DK like this one, it's it really was a lot thicker. So this one, I've done the large one, and it has used probably more or less what it says on the pattern to do it. I've got one full ball of 50 grams left, and I've got 2 bits from the other 2 balls. I did stop at the first one because I wanted to, you know, start the year and continue without a break. So I started the second ball for that, and then I just carried on all the way through. But those will come in handy for doing my little birds or whatever I do for charity. So yeah, I've done him in that yarn. It is super soft. I think it's great for a baby. My only mistake is that I've gone and pulled the knot through very tightly, and I've ended up dimpling it, but I don't think it matters. It's going to be thrown around by a child anyway. So yeah, I think he looks great, doesn't he? So yeah, much smaller than the other one, but still a large one as it is. I've obviously used that yarn from the Women's Institute, which is, like I say, it's 100% acrylic DK. This colour is striped blue mix. Like I say, super soft, and I think will make a good toy. I have left that out at the back for a tail, but with it being for a baby, I'm going to offer them the option of me cutting it off so that, you know, we don't have any bits hanging out at all. But yeah, so there you go. For the eyes, I just used my usual go-to, which is the Serdar Happy Cotton in the colours Licorice and Shower. The mouth, of course, as well, the same. So yeah, there you go. So that is one finished object. Now, then eventually I've carried on doing the reindeer. Now, when I said about the limbs, I do get what people say about doing the limbs first, but I don't like that because I have to sew on as I go along. I don't like to end up with a pile of body parts that I've got to put together. So it wouldn't work for me to do the arms first, because I want to, you know, sew as I go, and then I don't end up with a huge job to do at the end. So it wouldn't work for me. But I'm nearly finished with it. So there you go, if you can see her, she's a tall one. I love the dress, absolutely love the dress. I've got 2 things still to do on it. One, last night I realised I didn't have any buttons in the right colour to put on because it's such small buttonholes. So I've actually ordered a pack of trimmets little buttons, like my little flower buttons that I did my last night. My mother goose, I put a little flower button on. I've ordered some more of the Trimmets ones, a pack, because it's various sizes. But these are heart-shaped ones that I've ordered for this one. So when they come, I'll be able to put the buttons on. And the other thing is, on the dress, I want to put the flowers to put on the side of her. I'll just show you the picture of her. So it's from The Wonderful World of Amigurumi by Crochet. Yen the reindeer, the caller. So I know I've shown you the picture before, but it's that one. So Yen the reindeer. And the antlers were very irritating. That's why I put it down for a while, because I just thought I don't like them. I did the first antler. Now I should have gone with what it said, which it doesn't tell you to stuff it, so I don't think it means you to stuff it. So I did that, but I did actually stuff it, and I didn't like how wobbly it was. You know, how all these knobbly bits on the side. Now, to be fair, if you get a reindeer in real life, they are going to have these, you know, little jutting out bits. But I wanted mine to be a lot neater. So in the end, what I did was, I didn't stuff them, but I just did the first 2 prongs of the antlers. And I'm a lot happier with them as they are. But I had to sit and think what I really wanted to do for a while, because it's not like me to not stuff something, but it obviously doesn't want them stuffing. And then, like I say, I had to think about how I wanted them doing. So I've gone with that, just the 2 prongs and unstuffed. The ears I loved, they were so easy to do. I love the ears. I think there's another change as well, if I can remember. Just hang on, I did write it down. Oh yeah, change the socks, because it calls for doing the back loops only, and then to go around, you know, with surface stitch. And I think it looks a lot neater to do a colour change, so I did it into the back loops of the what is the boot. Then I did the leg, when I put the leg back on, I did into the back loop, so it looks like this, you know, socks sticking out of the boots. But apart from that, I didn't change anything. I think that's it for. Oh, I did change the flowers. I used 3 of the big flowers instead of the big and small flowers, because I preferred the look of the big flowers. So yeah, I love it. The dress is exactly as it is on the pattern, except for, because I was using 3rd hour happy cotton for it, which is a slightly thinner cotton yarn, even though it's a DK, I went up a hook size. So I've learned from past mistakes with that and gone up an hook size, and that will be a lovely fit when it's on. I'm quite happy with that, and it's fully removable then if you put the buttons on, so that's a good thing. So what do you think, Joe? I think she's perfect. So yeah, I like her. But I'll show you again when I get the buttons on and everything. I'm going to show you what I did use for her. So I did use a 2.75mm hook for nearly all the project, except for the dress, which I used a 3mm hook. The body is in James C. Brett. It's 100% pure cotton DK, and that is the colour Sand. For that one. The boots are in 3rd hour happy cotton in the colour Cookie, which is that one. Then the face is in, I said on the last one it was white, it isn't white at all. It's 3rd hour happy cotton in the colour Dolly, and it's a cream colour. I don't think you'll be able to tell that on this, but it is a cream colour. Then the what's next bit? Yes, the dress is in 3rd hour happy cotton in the colour Giggle. That one. Then for the flowers, I have used, I can't tell the other colour, but those are Stylecraft natural organic or bamboo and cotton mix or something like that. I forget what it is exactly, but I got that pack from the Stylecraft mills ages ago, and there were no colours on them, but they were all in a variety of pink shades. So that one. And for around the flowers, I used all one colour, so it tied it in, so it tied the colours in. And I used this one, which is a King called Geezer, but I can't tell you what actual colour is, because I got rid of the ball band, and it's a 4 plies that, but it worked fine with these because they're not a thick yarn, these, even though they're DK. So did that. The other thing I wanted to say, one of the subscribers asked how I did the colour changes on the face for the reindeer. Now I do it DI Fluffy's way. I'll link the video that I used when, you know, for doing this sort of colour change, and I'll link that video up below so that you can watch it yourself. For ones like this where it's like colour work, I find it works a lot better for me. And basically what you do is you start to, you keep your main colour going, but you start to introduce your colour change colour, which in this case is the cream, and you start carrying one length of it until you want the colour change, and then you do a colour change how you normally would, and then you carry the main colour with that whatever you're using the cream, and then you continue to carry the cream or the second colour for the changes until 4 or 5 stitches, and then you cut that off, and that way it's just got loads of ends inside, but it carries it nicely along. If you watch the video you'll see what I mean, and that is my favourite way for doing colour work like this one. If it's one where it's like a proper colour change and you're not going to be using the main colour for a while, I change it, you know, part way through the stitch like you do, and then I cut it off and tie it. But if it's like this, I will carry the main colour along with the colour change colour, but introduce it like it does in that video. I hope that makes some sense, but she does it a lot better than I would. So there's that one. I think that's it for what I've done on this. Yeah, I think it is. So yeah, like I say, I haven't got huge amounts done to say I've been away so long, but like I say, I struggled with motivation plus time, you know, not a lot of time. It's nice that the weather's good, but it's, you know, it is warm. It's warm for me. I tried to go out for a walk yesterday, ended up going back and getting the car and going to where I was going to walk to my friend in the village. I ended up getting in the car and going round in the car. I was just so hot. But yeah, we'll get used to it again. We spent so long in the cold, and then we have to get used to it warming up a bit. So I hope you're all having a good time yourself. I hope you're all enjoying some nice weather. I hope you're going to have a good weekend. Taking Brian out tomorrow. I'm going to pull out my next one from the tin for my amigurumi. Let me just have a look. So we've got one here. I hope that wasn't too loud. It probably was. Which one have we got here then? Oh, it's the kangaroo from Zoomigurumi Favourites. That's my husband's shorthand. So the kangaroo from Zoomigurumi Favourites. I won't be starting it just yet though, because we're coming up to the deadline for Cassandra and Caroline's hooking up with books for this month, which is the Flatshare by Beth O'Leary. Finally decided what I'm going to do. It's taken me all this time to decide what I wanted to do. I've bought a pattern, so I'm going after have sparks flying off my hook in the next couple of days so I can submit it in time. But I'm so happy that I've decided what I want to do, so I'm gonna get on with that. Then I want to do the, you know, the mushroom from this book. If I can find it again, there we go. Ina or Hina, the mushroom. That's how you say it. So I'm going to do that for the mushroom hat that I made for the cat. I'm going to do that pattern as it is. So I'm going to use the same type of yarn for that one, which is the cotton and acrylic blend, and then it'll all tie in together. So I'm quite looking forward to that one. It looks a lot different to what I've done before with all that like sort of embroidery work. We'll see how it goes. You never know, it might work out, it might not. Oh, I know what I didn't tell you for this one. I didn't tell you the leaves one, did I? The one I did for the leaves was this, it's 100% pure DK cotton from James Seabret, and it's in the shade Emerald. But yeah, I think that's it. See you Brian tomorrow. Sunday we're taking Nick's mum out. I think that's all I've got to tell you really. But anyway, I'll try not to leave it so long next time. Anyway, take care of yourselves, folk. I'll see you there.